the
That's
summit.
good.
All right, yeah, stand by a minute. The ship is making a heading adjustment. Okay. There was, I think, a black coral behind us
It's over to the left.
that we haven't seen.
Oh, no, it's not. I lost track of where it
Is
is.
this
I think
sample
it's
number
like-
already shared?
Okay.
All the way around.
You can come up a bit now, Jane, before I lift off. There's something else you wanted to see here?
There
Yeah.
was a black coral, but we've...
If you just back up a bit. Yeah,
we'll
you
find
guys
it
have
again.
time. We dealing with ship things. Off to the left. Even more. Where'd it go?
There it is.
Yep, right here.
Where is it? Poke that one right up against the digital still camera if you want.
Harold's working on
you.
it.
Maybe parantipathes?
That would be my guess. I think that's good.
Thank you.
Well, we still got time, right?
Yep, still have time.
Give me a minute here. Unless you want to wander around.
That's what I was thinking, was
Yep.
just start wandering around to the south.
Wandering around.
And then we can be ready to move as soon as the ship's heading change is done.
Which way are you going to go, Chris?
Yeah, you can go south.
No, they're going to be, which way are you going to move the ship?
South.
Roger.
$200 if you want specifics.
But uphill is...
200. Atalanta's all.
I'm not saying it's not 200, I'm just saying uphill is that direction.
Ah,
190. You're fired, Chris.
yeah.
You can spin around if you want.
Our fish friend is still there.
You're here.
Really cool geology with all these little
Yeah,
nubbins and channels and stuff.
I'm seeing some big corals and big sponges up ahead. Wow, that is huge.
You want the scale lasers back on?
Yes, please. Are we in for another summit surprise? Could we get
Bridge now.
a zoom on this coral?
Alright, just stand by. I'll get a little closer here.
Loaded with lobsters.
Stand by, Chris.
Is this a scleractinian?
Yeah, this is Madrepora.
Madrepora.
That's huge.
That is the biggest one I have seen.
I'm impressed by the base. The base is amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, I'd like to take a quick look at the coral stand to the left and then get going. I do want to
Roger.
burn more time than I meant to.
Stand by, I'm almost there, mate. Just center it up for you there in the...
Speaking of time, we
Thank
have
you.
been on
Can we
this dive
Quick
for
turn
14,
lasers off. One more still.
for 14 hours.
Okay.
Thank you.
I thought they wanna do something here.
No,
We got our stills. We're good to go. Thank
Roger.
you.
I just want to fly by the corals to the left as we depart.
Sorry, I didn't hear you, Brent.
So it looks like we got a couple other new to the party stuff over here on the left.
Roger.
Big Saccocalyx,
Oh, wow.
Primnoid,
Bamboo.
maybe Calyptophora,
Yep.
Chrysogorgia.
It's a nice little spot.
Paramaricid. Norella too.
Wow, that anemone is sitting on top of that poor
Yeah.
Norella branch there.
That looks so neat. I would live there too.
Really cool.
Come around and you
Wow.
can
Oh,
get
what's
a
all
shot.
I like that
just
yellow
in a
one.
row.
What?
On the, it's all covered in something.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, we got to zoom in on that.
That's also anthid.
That's weird.
I've never seen anything quite like that before.
And there's a decorator crab holding a sponge or something on the Primnoid.
You want to zoom on the...
Quick zoom
just
on the rock.
floor.
Here, go
floor.
ahead. You can go all the way, Amber.
Wow. What on earth?
Well, that's different.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Those are anemones.
Everybody wave together.
I have not seen anything like this before.
Wow. What are these again?
I think they're anemones.
Tiny ones?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's also probably a deep... Oh, you're on it. Never mind.
That is a
All right, we can. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
fascinated, but I'd rather
Yeah, could you
continue on
maybe
so we can
tilt directly up on the Chrysogorgid? I thought I saw another potential egg. Just,
What do you want
just
to
to
see?
look, not to
Up?
sample.
Tilt up?
Yep.
Sorry, I can't quite hear you back there.
Yeah, we want to look at the coral on the top left, or
Just
both
zoom
corals.
directly in right there.
I see what you're after.
Yep.
You can
That could
spot
be-
those.
Yep.
Dang.
Yeah, that might be more
There's two of them.
octopus eggs.
There's two of them.
Wow.
Two of them, yeah, 1, 2. So we already collected one of these way earlier in the dive on our previous 4 to 8 watch. So we'll be curious to know what it turns out to be. All right, that's good.
All right, thank
We
you.
can keep going. Thank you.
Okay, Amber, you can go wide for me.
That carpet of anemones is really cool.
Yeah, it
I've
is.
never seen anything like that.
Nor have I. That is very cool.
They're even on the side of the rock.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow. Just this one rock. Or maybe rocks further ahead.
So we started this dive at 2,084 meters. We are currently at
1170
1170. And how much time do we have to hang
seconds.
out? To hang out?
Not much. We got to make some tracks.
Wow.
Bonk.
Got some purple on the bottom.
Indeed. Like a giant bird of prey.
Wow, that is cool. And we got the lasers on. That looks like, 2 meters.
Wow.
Minimum.
Did you get your shot there?
Yep.
Roger.
Fish.
Could be wow factor 9 up here, Brian. You might have to extend the bottom time till 8.
We shall see.
Which would seriously cut into my nap time, by the way.
But would also minimize your amount of blue water time.
Yeah, your punishment. Or we'd have to wait around on deck to recover it, one or the other. It's all the same.
Whoa. Got multiple types of anemones right next to each other.
But, what if you calculated 30 meters a minute ascent? What does that give you, an extra 10 minutes on bottom? I also get in trouble for that. For dropping all ballast in emergency ascent.
Just need a variable ballast system.
We do have a variable ballast system.
Okay. I meant one without Alvin weights.
Yeah. Alvin weights are pretty cool. They never break down. Once in a while they're naughty and they don't stay where they're supposed to, but
I feel like we just climbed this huge staircase of basalt. Now we're at a plateau.
flyby or close?
Flyby. That's
Right,
pretty much all I
whatever.
need. It's actually not a bad shot. It's gonna move too much though. All right.
Good?
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
When is our off-bottom time? Oh, I got loads of time.
Another rock pin, another
Yeah,
paramericid.
we had a brief intermission with that one little table full of new things, and now we're back to the usual cast of characters.
Yeah, I was at a momentary fear that when we found that we will have, the top was going to be epic, and we will have just spent like the last 3 hours circling the feature just beneath the high density coral community.
It's more of this single boulder phenomenon
Yep.
that no one knows how to explain.
Little Chrysogorgia on top of this local high. Two of them. And a fish. Another little rock pin.
despite the lack of new animals, this landscape and this geology is just incredible to look at. I could look at it all day.
Never gets old.
Sponge density is increasing a lot as we're coming up.
Can we quick zoom on this?
Yep.
Roger. Go ahead, Emery, push in a bit. Okay, hold that for a second.
Zoanthids, maybe?
What is?
Or
I think it's going to be that same carpet of anemones we
Okay, can push in.
saw.
doesn't look the same. Oh, scleractinians? Zoanthids.
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 Good?
Good?
Yep.
Okay, go away.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, what is
It's getting
this?
interesting. Look at this pile of rubble.
It's a popular rock.
Yeah, what happened here?
Yeah,
It almost
I don't
looks
know.
like there was
It's like a war.
one ginormous coral that just exploded and rained down over this peak.
I mean, that's exactly what it looks like.
That's so cool. It's like a throne. Throne of darkness.
It's like the battle.
Mordor seamount.
Or the throne of knives from Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Crinoid?
Yep.
We are currently at 1,140 meters, making our way up to the seamount. Unnamed seamount.
Look at this long linear crack.
Yeah, that's cool.
Looks like the sponge prefers the craggier, rougher terrain than it does the smoother terrain.
Yeah, it almost mirrors the terrain itself.
Basket star.
Gorgonocephalidae. We've had quite a few surprises this dive, interrupted by long stretches of no surprises. So I'm kind of on the edge of my seat right now to see. Wow, look at this.
Oh,
Yeah, it
It's
looks
a
so cool. The
Crack
valley.
in the middle of the earth.
what? It's,
That is
Ridge
really
running with
cool.
Herc.
it's literally used to be a lava fall, I think.
Yeah.
This is what I expected the seamount yesterday to look like at the top.
Precarious log. Oh no, it's not. Okay. I thought it was a log sitting on top. So cool.
We were
Wow,
looking,
that's so cool.
Greta pulled up some pictures of
huge basket star.
lava flows and how these tables kind of form in the middle of the lava flow sometimes. Two of them, two giant basket stars.
Come down for me, Jade.
Copy.
Some sizable shrimp.
That's good. I just needed a little to get sideways there.
You want the lasers off for your pictures?
Sure, yeah.
See if I can hold it somewhat steady for.
All right, I think we got a couple good shots.
Right.
All right, thank you. Bridge nav, another 20 meters.
Yeah, that's me. Wasn't me earlier, but that was. And the groove there. Deanna will smack me when I do that. She's really annoyed by it. Thank you, Amber.
Yeah, some of these places that we get to dive on, if they were above water, this would be a, world famous national park. People would be taking their Instagram photos at the top of this hike. Such a cool landscape. "5 minutes. This part almost looks like a half pipe or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're at the skate park.
Big tube.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Can we just do a flyby of that, please?
Roger.
That's good, thanks.
Wow, look at all these broken apart plates.
Bridge
If there
nav,
were-
20 more meters.
Oh, there's a lot of coral.
Yeah, these paramerissids definitely are the dominant up here, dominant thing up here.
That's, from what I'm seeing, that's the top here.
We quick zoom on this fish.
Right there. Go ahead, Emmer.
Another cusk eel.
Good?
Yep, and
Yep.
then the whitish coral out of frame top left, and then I will yield the floor to the navigator.
I think I got another 10, 20 meters till I summit, so. Come down for me, Jade. Push in, Ember.
Copy.
That's our first hemicorallium. Or wait, not hemicorallium.
So,
Hold
Antelope
that.
salmon.
huh.
A little bit different color. All right,
Yeah.
that's good there, thanks.
Bridge nav, another 20 meters. Just keeps going.
Yeah, but I got nothing in my sonar, so. It's,
That's basically it then. Yeah.
yeah.
I like this summit. This is cool.
Yeah, we haven't gained any altitude in a while. So.
All right, so we're there. Okay.
Well, thanks, y'all. That was really a cool dive.
Shall we, Dan?
Let's see. I got tether action here. What do you got? Is it officially time?
Yeah, it's officially time.
Roger.
Do we have time to get a rock? Daniel has asked for one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. This will be our last task.
One more last rock.
Final.
Final.
Yeah. What do you know how?
Final, revised.
Version 2.
Next.
No,
Last
for real,
for real this time.
I do a fair amount of video editing, so
Uh-huh. Things get,
comes up.
video editors need to be introduced to version control.
Yeah, maybe this patch.
Yeah, could happen. I don't think so. I'll give it a try, but they're probably welded to the seabed.
Yeah, none of these look.
Yeah, might have to poke around.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to move, Dan. I don't see anything right at this very spot that looks...
Oh,
Ooh, that's a big
never
one.
mind.
okay. Is
That
this,
one's
is this a
loose.
small one?
Porch rock.
Can't
That
tell.
one's loose.
That one's pretty big. Or, well,
That one's
yeah,
loose.
okay. I guess you have a few
grab
choices.
that one with your hand that you just hit. This.
Roger.
Nice. Oh.
With
Hello.
a squat lobster.
Bridge.
All right.
20 meters.
Quinlan, what's
020.
open?
Starboard D is open. The only box that's open right now.
Which one had the sea cucumber that escaped?
Starboard E, but that has the rock that was collected at waypoint 1.
Ah, crap. Okay. Will that fit in a small starboard box? Or are we going to have a porch rock?
Oh. Freeze fail. It might fit. Can't put it in with the other rock. Freeze fail again.
I don't know what the other rock looks like, so I don't know how hard it is to tell the rocks apart. That would be very sad to have rocks we couldn't tell apart and know which one was base and which one was summit.
Could take another picture of it.
I've tried this. It's still really hard, unless they are truly different.
Yeah, I was just about to say, how
Round.
hard could it be? But I'll defer to you on that.
Round-ish black rock is not easy to tell apart.
What sample number is this?
Sample number 29.
Maybe over here?
What?
Open
Possible
the
rock
box.
candidates?
We got a rock.
Oh, we just need a... We're
just
trying
in
to
the
fit it in the
box.
small one. Oh,
Yeah.
didn't
What was
realize
it?
you were
The
going for it.
last?
My bad.
Go ahead, all the way up at the last little one.
Data.
That's you, Quinlan.
Oh.
Is it the all the way aft, left little one that's open?
Yes, D.
Yes. 20 paces to the outhouse by Willie Make It. Negatory goes right.
Porch rock.
We don't do porch rocks.
Oh, okay.
I could hold it in the manipulator.
Yeah.
Yeah, porch rocks are hazardous.
Yeah, I meant put it on the porch with the manipulator holding it. I didn't
Roger.
mean
Okay, close that.
I didn't mean letting it freely flop around.
I could try for a smaller one if you want.
Hold on, let me see if I can find a picture of the other rock. I recollected it this morning, but I don't know what it looks like.
Could have sworn I saw the lobster crawl into one of the other bio boxes, but I guess we'll see.
That was an elegant landing. Oh, come on. I was in a hurry and I take more time than... They're all loose, so... can you put Atlanta on top of us there? struggling here.
Yep. Bridge nav, 20 meters, 315.
Jaden, you just come down a few meters, that would help.
Copy.
Stand by. 20315. Oh yeah, 20315. Sorry, I think I triggered the wrong channel.
Come on, Herc.
Nice. Perfect.
It's kind of piece of crust.
Well, might fit in a small box.
It'll fit, but it's probably not a good sample. What? Oh, that's why.
Whoa. Are you lower than Herc? That's such a cool view.
Okay, Jaden, come up.
Copy.
And spin counterclockwise for me. You're probably not going to have a choice there, but
You coming up or?
yeah.
All right.
I'm just floating up at the moment, but yeah, you can call it. Dead stick, as it were. Okay, open. Okay, you can close it, thanks.
All right, and we will want Niskins on the way up.
Roger. You want one off bottom here?
No, we used our spare Niskin for on the fish earlier, so we'll do the next one to 1,000 meters.
Roger. Okay, full, vertical, up.
Thanks, Nav, for the extra 10 minutes.
Was it 10 minutes?
That's
oh my
all.
Gosh, that was painful. Brutalizing the manipulator
means
and the
we need-
rocks.
Now we need more beans.
I got more beans.
Let's apply some beans.
Josh will take the extra Alvin weight out of my day rate. See, we went in a lot later, so we should be able to make 25 profits.
All right. Yeah.
Should I turn auto hitting off?
Yes, please. Every time I try and hurry, I just completely mangle it. Sorry for that, people. It was a bit ugly. And I really thought that rock would go. Usually they go. "40 minutes to surface."
That's good. That's about right.
Yeah. Well, if we keep making this speed.
Yeah.
Just want to thank our viewers for tuning in today. This was our second dive of Leebu's Voyage 2. It was a 16-hour dive. We will be launching again in
About 13 hours.
13 hours. So if you could describe this dive today with one word, what would it be? We'll just start around, starting with Quinlan.
Like Harold said, lots of surprises.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the geology really stole the show. So,
Ooh, strong words coming from you.
I don't know. I fell in love with the those lava tubes and the skate
pretty
park
cool.
at the top.
I'll go with varied.
I'll go with Tubi. Video?
Diverse. Yeah, a lot of different kinds of corals, sponges, all kinds of critters.
Totally tubular.
I feel like everyone took the words. It's just going to sound like I'm copying someone now. I like rocks, so I'll go with rocky.
I think
Good one.
I'll have to slow down there a bit, Jaden. I'm down at 20 something.
Oh,
Double
yeah.
digits here.
Yeah.
The slick head that the other watch saw was also really cool. I don't know if anyone else saw that.
Yeah, that
What was
was
it again?
particularly cool.
It was a humongous fish called a slick head.
35 meters to sample.
I thought you were going to say it was 35 meters long.
Yeah, it was.
I really like that translucent sea cucumber.
Oh, the one that floated out of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a few habitat
Current is
transitions during this
strong.
dive.
Wow.
We had a lot of sand, a lot of rocks.
Spicy.
What do you call spicy?
When I first turned it on, it was at
Dan, you want
1.9.
to stand by for sample?
1,000 feet.
Yes, please.
Roger. What Niskin number are we taking here?
You're on Niskin number 3.
Ooh, I finally get to try my little Toroid.
Is there a different camera for those bottles? Is it the port file?
Yeah, Jaden's on it.
Okay, thank you.
The bubble cam shows them too.
No, that Niskin's the port rail. Here, I'll switch it. You know where to switch it, don't you?
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah, I can switch it.
Yeah, that's the one.
Awesome.
Call it, Albert.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Niskin. There it goes. Aha.
All right, thank you. Next one's 500 meters.
Roger.
And what sample number?
Sample number 30.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thoughts, feelings on the rings?
What's that?
Thoughts, feelings on the ring instead of the ball?
Way easier to print than the ball. they're hollow. The balls are solid. Easy to get a finger in with our snaggletooth jaws. They take minutes to print. The balls take hours.
Oh, wow.
We were, when we first started with the 3D printer, we were, you know, thinking everything had to be solid, crush-proof and waterproof. And at some point I was in a hurry for something, and it wasn't a structural, or maybe I forget what I did. Just stuck one on the vehicle, and like, wow, thing's fine. And then Danny at UH did some, he was doing some pressure testing, and he threw a bunch of different density 3D prints in his chamber while he was doing some other legit tests. And none of them deformed, so we started doing some research, and it totally makes sense after that. But the 3D printing is capillary, so it the water just floods into all the voids. So early on, the beginning of the season, I printed a bunch of, if you look at Herc, there's a bunch of labels on the back on the compensators, and in the upper bumper bar, there's a bunch of kind of a universal V-block that bolts, or hose clamps onto the bumper bar, onto the rail, and they're just being used for cable management. There's also Velcro there in case they let go, but they look like the day we printed them. But they're not really, you know, they're just holding some cables. They're actually holding, we have these cable splices where we use, they're rubber overmolded, or we splice two cables together, and they're kind of bulky and hard to manage in the light rail up there and make it look tidy. So those are kind of holding all those nicely. And then these are the first, well, we played around on the deck with some hollow 3D printed mock-up handles. They're hanging on the shadow board there in the hangar, and they held up fine. I thought they would just, you know, crush. So these are the first ones we're using in any kind of operation. And if they didn't work, we could probably reach in there and just grab the little nub that's sticking out, so it wouldn't be, you know, we wouldn't burn a sample. And the problem with the balls, when the Niskin doesn't fire, we pull on it really hard trying to get it to fire, and we wind up parting the monofilament that runs through the little Parflex tube to trigger the Niskin.
Right, yeah.
And a lot of times we're just hooked like I was there with a finger, so the ball floats away or sinks. But the idea with these ones, they're just tie wrapped on there, so hopefully the tie wrap would break before the monofilament. Haven't tested that yet, but it's kind of, it's not really hard to repair the monofilament. It just takes time between, you know, especially if we have other things to do between dives. The balls were really nice when we had the parallel jaws on, because they're really easy to grab with the parallel jaws. They're just a bit more challenging with the intermission jaws.
How does an ROV pilot stay current with all the different jaw types? Do you ever get to test drive different, you know, ROVs, or are, you know, for like cameras and things, they'll do workshops. Is there something equivalent for this?
Yeah, there's a lot of trade magazines that I subscribe to, and nowadays you kind of have your feeds or whatever, your news feeds. So Google's smart enough to know what you're interested in, and it slimes you with all that stuff. There's several forums that I belong to, and there's lots of LinkedIn groups. If you want to get a whole bunch of reactions, you make a post like, what do you think is better, intermeshing jaws or parallel jaws? And that's one of the famous...
that was a conversation starter.
Yeah, yeah, it get quite lively, actually. People get, like, really have a strong opinion about which one is better. But in my opinion, neither one is better. There's no one-size-fits-all doing this. We do so many different, it's so dynamic what we do. So there's cases where one is more effective than the other. You can use both, but it takes more time. And we typically on Nautilus, we'll put the parallel jaws on when we're doing an engineering cruise, like with ONC, where we're doing intervention with electrical connections and shackles, and a lot of monkey fists and pull pins and stuff like that, where it would be real challenging to do with the intermeshing jaws, but also the tooling that they use is set up for parallel jaws.
Can you describe the difference for people who would not know the difference between parallel and intermission?
Yeah, the intermeshing, basically, if you put your thumb between your index finger and your ring finger, or your middle finger, that would be intermeshing. If you touched your thumb and your index finger together, that would be parallel. I don't know, chopsticks are more of in a parallel nature.
Got it, yeah.
Or tongs, or something that doesn't grab like fingers do. Intermeshing are definitely easier to pick up objects like rocks, or grab a hold of something on the fly. And they're less complicated. The intermeshing, or the parallel jaws, the jaws, the inside part of the jaws stay parallel to each other, so there's like a linkage assembly that makes that happen.
And so better for cutting and things like that.
I've seen the cutters on both styles of jaws. There's been some pretty clever ones I've seen over the years. The parallel jaws are typically smaller, so they go to a fine tip, kind of like a triangle, where the intermeshing jaws are usually similar to the ones we have on the Orion. They're big. They open farther because they don't have the linkage to stop them. So, for example, on a shilling arm or a cropped arm, the parallel jaws open around 4 inches. You could grab something 4-inch diameter, where the intermeshing jaws are going to be 6 to 8 inches for the same end effector on the manipulator.
Bigger rocks.
Bigger rocks, yeah. Which way is the surface current? Chris, right on the bow?
Yeah, right on the bow.
Roger. Does that thing drop out or what? Oh, there it goes. Is that you?
Okay. So as we're ascending, Quinlan, I have a question for you.
Yeah, go.
How are you liking your experience so far?
Oh, I'm loving it very much. It took me a while to get to really understand everything, but now I feel like I'm getting a hang of it. My favorite part is this screen grab thing at the bottom corner of my screen, where if I see something interesting, I just quickly grab it. For example, like during descents, I would see something that looks a bit gelatinous and would sort of have like tentacles, but I don't know what it is, so I would just grab it. And yeah, it's pretty fun.
So how did you hear about this program? And
Oh, so it was last year, October, Miss Megan and Daniel and yeah, they were here at Palau at Pickrick. And I was asked by my science teachers if I was interested in going because they said they were giving a presentation on Nautilus, what they're planning to do here in Palau, and just sort of their mission, and I agreed to go. I went, and then they were explaining the entire thing, and then I gave them a tour around my college. Oh, they also came to my college to give a presentation on their plan around the island to my school's president. And then I was told that that applications were open, and so I decided to go for it because it's something I've never done before. And so it's kind of funny. I remember it was New Year, and I was doing the applications, and so those were my plans then. And yeah, that's sort of my story.
that's so neat. Thanks for sharing that.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, I think that's super cool that how Nautilus has so many opportunities for individuals with all different backgrounds.
Ooh, that's a cool little jelly. Or something. You mind if I zoom in on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I think it was a Tina-4.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Come back.
Too fast. We are currently at 689 meters, ascending. I could have just said. I think it's so neat how you guys are super fast at naming these species. How long did it take you guys to, like, you know, this whole like, how long have you been studying marine biology?
Well, I wouldn't say I've gotten there yet.
Okay.
'Cause, like, it's a continuous work in progress. I am not particularly good at identifying this stuff, honestly. Nothing like people like Megan, and I worked with a Chilean grad student in the spring, Moxie, who both were just encyclopedic, instantaneous knowledge. You know, some of the old, you know, legends in the field like Bruce Munday and people like that who can just identify everything instantaneously. Like, I feel like I'm still very much a baby, in all honesty, and starting to learn all the taxonomy and everything. And a lot of it, the taxonomy changes all the time. There was a major revision to the octocorals just a couple of years ago that I'm having to relearn what I did know to get the new names. But I guess I've been doing deep sea stuff since the first job out of college, more or less. I started doing deep sea stuff, so approaching 15 years.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yep, anytime.
Yeah, and honestly, the best way to learn this stuff is just to watch these videos. Oh, big pyrosome.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
We got a good highlight video of one of these a few dives ago.
Wow.
Wow.
Colonial tunicate, tunicate relative. But yeah, the best way to learn this kind of taxonomy is to just annotate a lot of these videos.
Yeah.
And that's certainly how Megan learned most of what she knows, and that's how I'm learning more. That's how I started learning back when I was an undergrad.
Is it like a language where you're like, if you don't practice it, you'll lose it?
Absolutely.
Use it or
Like,
lose it.
I come to sea once or twice a year, and it takes me several days to get back in the groove of it. And I almost always work in the Pacific, but I work all over the Pacific. I mean, this year I literally went to opposite end, about as far away as you can get in the Pacific. I started the year working off the coast of Chile, and I'm ending the year working off the coast of Indonesia and Palau. And it is different.
I'm considering just making a giant Quizlet of all these animals.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I can circulate that to everyone.
Yep.
I would love that.
But it does carry the risk of becoming out of date if things change, so you've been warned.
Yeah, that would be helpful for everybody.
Yep.
I'm looking at the sample pictures from yesterday. One of the Urticus crabs we collected appears to be pregnant. Those are really big eggs.
Yeah, those are huge.
Almost makes me wonder if that's not actually some kind of parasite instead. If they're so big individually.
They're definitely where you would expect
The eggs to be. Totally. You're right. You're totally right. But they are, for body size, they're pretty large.
They are.
Yeah, it's like, That's pretty neat.
I'm trying to get the pictures to upload to send them to some colleagues at the Smithsonian who were particularly interested in that sample.
Yeah, this is all completely out of my element. I'm coming from Arizona, so like I'm familiar with the Colorado Plateau fauna, and so just trying to.
That's a part of the world I have limited to no experience in.
Yeah. But our house is actually right by an old ancient volcanic field, so it's kind of nice to see all these features. So it's like I can see it now, then I can see it like on land.
Well, you should chime in and help us interpret what we're looking at then.
I try. It's really hard.
Yeah, that's one really cool thing about geology is the same underlying processes formed these vastly different parts of the Earth. Volcanism on continents, volcanism on the ocean floor. Really shows you how everything's connected.
Affirmative.
Affirmative. Oh.
No. Back ones are still open.
Oh.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Niskin. I didn't see it yet. There it is. Nice.
That is sample number 31 in Niskin 4. There's two more, 250 and 100 meters.
You ever seen a pyrosome diving?
While diving? I don't know, but I definitely saw them a lot in California.
Really never. I don't think I've ever seen one other than the ROV video.
They've washed up on the beach all the time. There was like a giant bloom of them.
I want to see one of the really, truly huge ones.
Yeah, I mean, I've only ever seen ones that were like the size of a Sharpie, but
Oh, yeah. No, but I want to see one of the ones that's like 10 meters long.
Dang.
yeah, like when you Google pyrosome, one of the first pictures is like a scuba diver riding
Inside
one
of
that looks
one,
like
Oh,
the
shoot.
size of like a bus or something.
Wow.
That feels otherworldly.
Yeah, they're weird. Sometimes these blooms of them happen on the West Coast, and I think there's at least one study with ROVs where they found a whole ton of them on the bottom. Crabs were eating them, anemones were eating them. It was a big pulse of food to the seafloor.
$20 to Niskin.
Three, two, one, Niskin. Boom, there it goes.
What's that sample number?
Sample number 32 for Niskin 5.
Affirmative.
61321 Niskin. There it is. Nice.
That is sample number 33 in Niskin 6.
Thank you.
DAG nav, all stop 50. We're good to come up 10 meters a minute.
Control copies, all stop 50 meters. Break, bridge, back deck. Permission to go ahead and recover the ROVs. Bridge, back deck.
Deck bridge, radio check.
Bridge, back deck. Hear you loud and clear. Permission to go ahead and recover the ROVs.
Charlie to recover ROVs.
Captain. Control, back deck. Have eyes on Hercules coming up in between the goalposts.
Control copies. There's the old propeller jump scare. Got me again. Renato Crane.
Love that.
Couldn't resist.
Yeah, if you just tuned in, we are we're preparing this dive to an end.
control deck. Can you have Hercules pull forward, please?
Pulling forward.
Control, back deck. Hercules within 10 meters of the transom. Control, back deck. Hercules is passing the transom. Control, back deck. That's Hercules coming out of the water.
Deck control, power secure.
Copies.
So that's a wrap for our dive today. We will see you guys